What's up everyone, welcome back here on Mcubed as we are about to continue our Book of Boba Fett review. Of course, it's going to be going over episode 6, and as always, I am Schmook. Let's get right into it. So episode 6 of the Book of Boba Fett. Alright, so this was a very good episode, to say the least. I think this might be the best episode of them all. Out of all Star Wars, that's not counting the movies. In terms of just the shows, this is probably my favorite episode. We actually see Mando go to this planet and he sees R2-D2 and these other droids building like a little temple thing. Then we go to Luke and Grogu doing some training. I love a lot of the aspects of Luke and Grogu. Like I love just like certain dialogue between them overall. It's just like Grogu's just trying to keep up with Luke because Luke has long ass legs, right? And then Luke's just forcing him forward with him. It's cute, it's awesome. But after that, we see Mando is awoken to some noise, and we see that Ahsoka's in this episode, and that's sick. Of course, I forgot to mention that this episode did, of course, start off with Cobb Vanth like talking with some pikes, and he's like, I'm the sheriff around these parts type of stuff, so that's cool. But yeah, but I think the highlights of this is just the Luke and Grogu stuff. So we then see Luke doing a lot of awesome combat with his green lightsaber, which is dope, just showing Grogu, and Grogu's like, whoa. And then also Luke does something with the Force to like unlock a memory that Grogu has like repressed or something like that. He's forgotten what happened. Grogu was a part of the Jedi Temple, right? Then Order 66 happens, and that's what we see. We see the 501st mowing down these Jedis in front of Grogu, and then it cuts out. So I'm excited to see in the near future, hopefully Mando season 3, I would assume, because I think that's the next main show in this timeline. I talk about that a little bit more in this future video that you're going to see sometime next week, involving me and my buddy Brad just talking about Star Wars from Disney's standpoint, what we hope to see in the future. Next in the episode, we see Ahsoka talking to Din Djarin. Mando's just like, just make sure he gets my gift, which he got from the armor in the last episode with his Beskar. So he gives it to Ahsoka and he leaves planet. So we go back to Luke training Grogu, where he's teaching him how to jump using the Force. So we see Grogu unlock these Force abilities he's repressed that he definitely learned in the Jedi Temple, possibly under Master Yoda himself. Luke was also taught by Yoda, but now Luke is teaching Grogu again. It's awesome to me. Anyway, so he starts doing this awesome little montage with like that little drone thing, you know, it shoots little projectiles, little lasers towards whoever it's going after. Of course, Grogu doesn't have a lightsaber, but he's doing these jump attacks or whatever just to dodge. Then he eventually gets to a point of like crushing him with the Force, which is cool. And Luke's observing, and then Ahsoka comes by and she's like, you trained him well. I love seeing Ahsoka and Luke on screen together in live action for the first time ever, which is awesome. And of course, it's a Dave Filoni directed episode, and I think he's made some of the better content in Star Wars since Disney has bought them. Ahsoka gives Luke the pouch. He wanted Grogu to have this. Ahsoka leaves, and Luke's just like, will I ever see you again? Anyway, so now we go back to Tatooine. That's basically the end of what we see on this planet until the end of the episode. So on Tatooine, we have Boba Fett with a bunch of people helping him out, being like, we need reinforcements, basically, right? So Mando's like, I think I have an idea, because of course Mando has arrived now to Jabba's palace, which is now Boba's palace. So he goes to the Free Folk, which I don't remember what they were called before. It's Free Town now. He goes to talk to Cobb Vanth, who's like the main head honcho there, right? And he's like, listen, I think Boba Fett could use your help. We don't need the pikes running around, like having all these drugs. We want to clean up Tatooine. So Mando leaves, and then we get to a crazy part of this episode where you see the stranger in the desert, right? Which is the title of the episode. So we see like a figure like in the desert, and of course like you see like these heat waves. So we find out that it is in fact Cad Bane. We're gonna have that rivalry shown in live action between Boba Fett and Cad Bane. There's an awesome like western type of standoff, like a high noon type of thing, right? There's Cobb Vanth and his right hand man. You know, they both have their hands on their hip reaching for their guns. Cad Bane's waiting for one of them to make the first move. Cad Bane is so good at this. He has some of the quickest hands in the universe, which is crazy. He kills the one guy and shoots him dead multiple times, and he shoots Cobb Vanth once in the shoulder. And his voice sounds awesome, and people kind of poo-poo on the idea of how he looks, but I'm like, listen, of course he looks a little different from how he does in Clone Wars animation, because you can't like take it directly from the animation, right? Because it wouldn't work, and we've seen that. Then we have the final scene of the episode, which I think makes it like an unbelievable episode. It's already been an unbelievable episode, but we see Luke talking to Grogu in the temple that was being made by these droids we see. And he's like, okay, Grogu, your friend was here, and he wanted you to have this. So he takes out this little chainmail armor, which kind of looks like Mithril from Lord of the Rings, right? Which can literally stop a blade. And then he opens up this little box, and he takes out Yoda's lightsaber and ignites it, and it's sick. And he's like, I'm gonna give you the choice. You cannot have both. You choose the armor, and you go back to your friend, the Mandalorian. It's basically Luke being like, you either go to your friend, or you stay here to become become a Jedi. You get a close-up of Grogu's face, his ears point up, and his eyes widened, and cuts to black. So we don't know what he chooses until the next episode. I think it's an excellent episode. It's my favorite of all the live-action Star Wars shows. That's really it, guys. Make sure to like and subscribe, and check out the new video that should be coming out sometime the day after this video comes out, okay? Enjoy, guys, and make sure to like and subscribe and comment down below. All right, bye-bye.